All right, guys, what I'm going to show you here is a couple of things that will hopefully keep you from driving yourself crazy and accidentally losing data that you've spent a good amount of time entering. And this particularly has to do with doing a report offline. You want to make sure all that data you've entered doesn't get lost. So in an offline report, you want to be careful. I'm just going to do a little mock test here for you to show you a couple of things. So I'm not going to enter information. I'm just going to add these items to the page, because what we're actually doing is our report, even though we scroll all the way down, and when we print it out, it might be several pages, but this is just one web page. All right, so the browser doesn't really know what we want it to save until we tell it to save it. So you can mistakenly lose all your data that you've entered. And so I've just entered 5 items, let's say. If I click this Nelma link, it's going to try to connect me to a live page that is not accessible because I'm offline. Okay, so I just lost everything I entered. So even if I click back, those items are gone. You see that? So it refreshed the page. My facility's gone, everything. So it basically gave me a new page. Okay. So now what I just did is, by clicking this link, I've told the browser to save this page somewhere. So now it has activated my forward button. So again, if I have this information, and who can guess where that forward button is going to take me? It's going to take me to the page that this link is tied to, right? Watch. Hello, you're not connected. Guess what? Now I say, well, I need to get back there. I don't want to lose my information. Well, it's too late. I lost it. So the lesson there is, don't click this link, because you're going to activate a forward or a back button, and those are going to erase what you have on your page, because the browser doesn't know to save that information. It can't. Okay, so again, I'm going to add a couple of items here, and let's go right down to the down to here and add several kiln charges. So now, by my estimation, if I got out this much information, I've probably been at the facility for a half an hour or 45 minutes. It could be longer. I've spent a lot of time on it. Don't want to lose it. So again, I don't hit Nelma logo. I don't hit any back buttons, and I don't hit the refresh button. If I hit refresh, watch what happens. Bam, gone. Refresh is a great button if you're on a live online web browser and the page you're trying to load isn't loading, and you say, well, okay, let me reload it. I hit refresh, it loads it all up nice and pretty. That's fantastic. But in this case, the browser doesn't know that we needed that information to reappear. It can't do that because it's not saved. Okay. The other thing you don't want to do is have a bunch of information in here. I'm just going to add a couple. Okay. And do this. Hitting the X here, it's gone. That page is gone. Doesn't matter if I go back in here. It has no idea what I had there. Browser's not that smart. All right. It thinks you hit that button because you meant to. All right. So the only way to truly, keep data is to not hit those buttons. Get through your report. All the information that you've entered will be accurate after you answer all the proper questions. Okay, and then when you do this, what did I not? Okay, it reminded me I needed that. Good. So, record saved. That is the only way the browser knows to keep all that information on that page. Okay, all that information is stored, which will be submitted later. All right, so hopefully that saves you from some aggravation down the road. A couple of other things to consider, and some of you probably have already done this and maybe learned the hard way, but If you leave the page and go back out here, and you click the offline link again, it's just going to open another tab. You didn't necessarily lose what you had here. Actually, let me show you that again. If I have information in here that I intend to keep, and I have my facility selected, and I go back to my start page, and I don't know, I wanted to check an email or something, but then I click this tab and I go, oh, whoops, information's gone. No, it's not. I never closed that browser. It's still here. So then you can close the new one that you opened. In theory, you could do multiple reports. I could do another test facility if I wanted to in the 2 tabs. If you do that, you just want to make sure that when you're finished, you submit it, aka save it to your browser cache. But I think it would be rare that you're doing that, but you can do that. So now you've got it back. So just understand how you can navigate a little bit. Your taskbar is always active. If you do not click this X and you go back to your page here, your report's still in your taskbar. Just click the little E, opens you right back up. Your information's not lost. So again, hopefully that'll save you some unnecessary aggravation down the line here. Okay,